Alison from Silicon Bullet here with another thing to consider when you're thinking about what bookkeeping package to use. So I was called by a client this week who is a Sage 50 user. They've been using it for years and I've been supporting them in using it for years. But the monthly subscription now is about £60-70 a month, which is quite a lot of money. Their accountant, having done their year end, is encouraging them to move to Xero. So they've called me up to ask for my opinion and to see what the costs involved of moving from Sage to Xero would be. Now, initially, it looked like a great choice. Xero's costs per month for the copy that she wants at the moment in July. In July 21, at the moment, the cost would be £24 a month plus VAT. Going up in September to £26 a month plus VAT. So that is, a really good monthly saving on what they're currently paying, which is about 80 odd, including VAT. So a good £30 to £40 a month saving. However, first is you have to remember that when you stop paying for your Sage subscription, you lose access to that data. So you need to make sure that you print all the reports you want, you have everything printed out, so if ever you had a VAT inspection, you've got all the information that you need. You do have the option with Move My Books for moving over free of charge your data from your Sage 50 desktop software to Xero. You can bring over the current year plus one whole year. So for this client with a year end of March, they can bring over all their data from the 1st of April 2020. You can pay an additional £60 plus VAT for each additional year that you want to bring over if you feel the need. If your Sage data is in a bit of a mess, I don't really recommend that. And I feel that if you really did have that kind of VAT inspection that delves back into previous years, then you can just reinstate your Sage subscription if you really had to look stuff up. But mostly you'd probably find everything you need in your bank statements and your paperwork and your VAT returns if you've kept copies of those. Just make sure you have those to hand and you'd probably be all right. So I feel like that's a bit of a waste of money. The killer is, though, if you are not experienced, you are going to need help bringing over Sage to Xero. There's just a few little catch-ills with making sure that you're starting out with the right bank account values so you can carry on with the VAT returns successfully. And also, it's quite a different piece of software. So you would really need to hit the ground running, have a little bit of training. Did this for another client recently, and they needed altogether for the conversion and for the training, they needed about 10 hours of support. So currently at my current rates, that would mean £600. All of a sudden, the reduction of that monthly subscription to 80 to 26 from September doesn't look quite so appealing. You can cut corners, you can try and do it yourself, but I have seen people get into an awful mess. If you are a quick learner, maybe you've got a friend that can help you use the Xero and not charge you for that. But often I find that's a false economy with these moves. So, if you're thinking of moving from Sage 50 desktop to Xero, just make sure you do your full research, you look at all the costs, and then see whether it is still worth the move. Write down the real pain points with Sage and see if Xero is going to fix those. It's not just about the money. If you do all the analysis and you find you still want to change, you want some support, then look for me, Alison Mead from Silicon Bullet. Find me on LinkedIn. Go to siliconbullet.com where you'll see my website and blog with lots of tips and advice, and I would be very happy to help you you know, I've been fully open with what the costs might involve and how long it might take. But that's something that I'm very happy to do. So, throw the dice, make your choice, do your research, and I'll be back with another video. Bye!